What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be discussing the latest ganking nerf in update 45, which I wasn't actually aware of. It's in the patch notes and it's there plain sight to see, and I just totally missed it. So I will be releasing my final gank build with spec bow, but unfortunately they have nerfed it, so we'll get into it. So normally with this skill, Merciless Resolve, the other morph didn't stack anyway, but this one also now no longer stacks when Battle Spirit is active. I didn't actually notice this in the update 45 PTS testing because when I was testing all the stuff, it was in a home, so the Battle Spirit wasn't active. But the second you go to Cyrodiil or the Imperial City, this is going to now drop off unless you're in combat. So once you're in combat, it will stay the stacks until you're ready to fire. But of course, once you're out of combat, you can't then pre-stack this and then keep this buff indefinitely anymore. They have finally nerfed the spec bow, which, to be fair, it was a very overpowered skill in the game, but it was dodgeable. It did have a trade-off as well, so it wasn't just super powerful. But this is only going to be useful in either sort of an actual sort of normal 2-bar build where you're sort of 1v1 in someone or 1vxing, and then you can fire that spec bow still. It's still going to be just as strong. It's not going to be nerfed in any way. It's only going to be exclusive nerf for the Nightblade gankers. So I'll show you a demonstration here. So normally I would just sort of hit some enemies, and then you can see the 5 stacks stacking up on the furthest buff to the left there. So it is staying there. And normally I would just cloak away, and then you would still retain that buff. And as you can see, the 5 stacks are still there, and now the combat has ended. You'll now lose the 5 stacks, so it's going to be no longer useful for ganking unless you're in combat. So it's still going to be a great skill to slot on a regular 2-bar build or even a 1-bar build. But for ganking, it's definitely going to be a complete no-no now. So it's not going to destroy ganking, it's definitely going to hinder it, but there's definitely some alternatives we can put in its place anyway. You're just going to lose a bit of damage, and at the end of the day, it was dodgeable as well, so it wasn't the best skill in the game. It was very strong when it did hit, but you know, with ganking, but now, like I said, it was dodgeable anyway, so it wasn't the best skill in the world. So in my opinion, it's a bit of an unnecessary change because, like I said, it did have a massive downside of it being dodgeable. It makes a very loud noise as well when you fire it. I'll just demonstrate it here. I think I've got the volume down anyway. So, and that's the spec bow there. But like I said, those stacks will no longer remain. So I've got 1 stack there. The combat is over. I think it's when you get the 5 full stacks it drops off. So we'll just get the 5 full stacks again. So we've got the 5 full stacks, we're going to run away. 5 stacks, 5 stacks, 5 stacks. And when the combat is over, it is definitely gone. So that's it, guys. Spec bow is over for ganking. So like I said, I will release my final build with spec bow ganking. And then I'm going to move on to some other stuff. So it's not a total loss. But it's definitely a massive nerf to ganking for the Nightblades. But like I said, some people said it was overpowered. I see it as it was overpowered, but dodgeable. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Do you think this was a valid change? I could understand the other morph was valid because I think it was giving you more weapon and spell damage. This one gives you 65 times. The other one gave you, I think it was 80. So that one was stopped, and now they've stopped both. So it's pretty much in the bin for ganking, but still very viable on a regular 1vx or BGs or just a regular build for PvP. So yeah, like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Drop this video a like, and any comments, yeah, just I'll get back to you on it and see what you think. But we'll definitely put some things in its place. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.